Hello, passengers, and welcome to the Midnight Train, America's second favorite podcast, where we bring the dark to light, where history never dies, and where listener discretion, yeah boy, it's always advised. We dive into, make fun of, and joke about creepy, unsolved mysteries, all kinds of weird things out there, all while training already started.
Off to a good start.
Hopefully, if this is your first time listening, this is nothing new. There you go. There you go.
Little earlier than normal.
Yeah, a little earlier than normal. But we do joke about creepy stuff, and we try to bring as much information to you as possible. We are a comedy podcast, or should we say that we keep things lighthearted? And, we do talk about some pretty dark stuff sometimes. So if you're not into that and you're like, I don't know, that's not my thing, not a problem. But if you are, listen, welcome aboard. This train can get very nuts, and we're glad you're here. All right.
Nuts.
I am your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer, and with me, of course, is the one and the only, the Sam Squinch killer himself. It's Mr. Moody.
So I was listening to our episode on disasters today, and I was listening to the whole thing. Just like all the random shit that we were saying. We got a lot of good t-shirt ideas out of that one.
Yeah. Did you write them down?
I sent them to you in a text message.
When?
That was like 3 weeks ago now, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. Those ones? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you got new ones in there. Yeah, we'll have a lot more shirts coming up. I was actually listening to, what episode was I listening to last night as I was falling asleep, listening to your subtle voice just wooing me into dreamland.
All right.
No, I had to turn it off because I couldn't stop listening to it, which is cool. It's cool that I can sit there and listen to it and not be like, ugh,
Yeah.
So listen, our
Patreon. It's also Danny is catching up on all the episodes now because she has to drive for her little hair thing that they do. They're at the Ohio Renaissance Festival.
Oh, so
she has it's like a Jesus, dude.
It's gonna be a fun one.
It's like a 3-hour drive both ways.
Oh, she can catch up.
So she drives down there on Friday and drives home on Sunday. So she listens to it all the way down and back.
Yeah, so she'll be able to catch up. That's good.
I told her we got a new one coming, baby.
Yeah. And you're excited about this one, by the way, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mainly because I have not read the notes. I have not because normally what happens is we come up with a topic and Moody does the main research. Then I go in and kind of zhuzh it up and do my thing to it. And then so I know what we're getting into.
Correct all my spelling errors.
Correct all the spelling.
Problems.
So there's probably going to be a fuck ton of those in here.
There might be a couple.
Yeah. So if I have no idea what's about to happen and all I know is what the topic is and I've never heard of it before. But before we jump into it, listen.
Right up your alley though.
Awesome. Do us a favor if you have not signed up for Patreon yet. And I know, listen, we have so many listeners out there. And what are you waiting for? Listen, I know we're kind of in an economical crisis right now, but you know what? So are we. So,
just remember, John, we're America's second favorite podcast.
Correct.
So these people are already probably paying for the first best podcast.
They should cancel that.
I agree and make us the top podcast.
Right. Because not only do we have a ton of bonus episodes and just stuff over there for you guys, but the latest one, I actually, I kind of took it upon myself. I was at work one day and just started questioning about the history of bourbon because I'm such a bourbon snob and a nerd about it. And so I found out a lot of cool, interesting stuff. And so far, our Patreon listeners are totally digging it. So if you guys you want to hear about it, it's cool. There's not a whole lot of darkness to it, but it's cool to learn about something that is, delicious. It'll get you drunk.
We joke around a lot and we talk about random stuff, but you know what? God damn it. We're going to learn you something too along the way. We're not here just to entertain you. We're here to learn you.
That's right. All right. So we'll save all of the other business stuff until the end. So let's just jump into this thing. Let's turn down the lights, adjust our seats, grab a drink, and let's get unkillable. Would that work?
Invincible.
Invincible. And best, here is a toast to all you beautiful motherfuckers.
You drinking? What are you drinking? Anything?
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
I picked up a new bourbon today.
What'd you get?
It's Widow Jane's Rye.
Okay.
And it's pretty awesome. It's like a bunch of different single malts that have been aged in oak barrels. And if you listen to the bonus episode, you'll know all about it.
Oh,
yeah. So listen, and real fast, I do want to, before we get into this, we've changed a lot of things in this show over the years, and we've been going now for what, 4, almost 5, something like that.
It's a long time.
All right, and we don't throw. What should I say? We don't throw a lot of money into like ads and things like that. Okay, so everything that's ever grown from this has pretty much come organically. I mean, we've had a few ads here and there, whatever. But one thing that's never really changed is the drink pop.
No, it's always been there.
It's always been there. Like as many episodes we've done.
We had to change some of it because when we were putting them up on YouTube, they were getting pulled because of the songs.
Because we were picking all kinds of cool stuff.
Because we would just pick random songs every week,
and they're like, nope. But in reality, it doesn't really matter. Whatever. So anyway,
you know what? Fuck YouTube, man.
That's right. The YouTube.
Fuck copyrights.
That's right.
I'm using your shit whether you like it or not.
Fuck them. Anyway, so. Today on the train, we're getting historical once again. Well, shocker, right? And why, you may ask? Well, because we want to. And if you don't like it, as Moody says, you can kick rocks. Or not. Right. Or whatever. But anyway,
fuck off.
You guys like to listen to this stuff. So today we were talking about a guy who makes Moody, myself, and probably almost everyone out there listening look like a bunch of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Is it pussies?
It's pussies. Yes. It makes everyone look like a bunch of pussies. We're talking about a man they called the Unkillable Soldier. Now, this guy was a different breed. I know we all like to think we're tough and can handle anything, but this guy was truly on another level. His name was Adrien Carton de Wiart.
Yep. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So I have heard the last name pronounced a couple different ways, but you're good on that one, I think.
Okay.
As far as I've heard that one, and I've heard it with like the V sound, like Viart.
I was going to do that, but I didn't.
I'm not sure exactly which way it is because I listened to it, but I didn't really look that deep into it. So
I was
as far as how to pronounce his name, you know what I mean?
I was going to do that, but I didn't. So, yeah. So now we have talked about like, who's the sniper guy, the White Death.
The White Death.
Yeah. We talked about him and just the amount of people that went over 100 and some odd confirmed kills. He had his face blown off and still went back out and fought. You know what I mean? Like, so there are some pretty impeccable people that we've discussed. And on that level here, where's this guy at? Let's just say, is he above White Death here, or is he?
So I would say in kill count, probably not, but I actually don't know. But in badassery, he's on his own level, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Like this dude, like once you get to the end of this episode, you're just gonna be like,
I'm not
like, there is nobody that you've ever known. Like, and I know everyone's always like, oh my dad, but there is nobody on this planet that you've ever known that would do the shit that this guy did and keep coming back.
All right. Well, I'm excited. Well,
I'm telling you right now.
Old Adrien Carton de Wiart, he served in several wars, including the Boer War, World War I, and World War II. This guy was badass enough that Sabaton wrote a song about him, which is a pretty epic jam as well. So let's just get in here and talk about some crazy shit with this guy. Yeah. So Adrien Carton de Wiart's journey began amidst the opulence of Brussels. Is he like the mussels from Brussels?
He's actually pretty much the exact opposite of that.
Oh. Okay. That would be
Which is why this is even more amazing, by the way.
Okay. He was born on May 5th of 1880, which is Cinco de Mayo, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because that is what? May the 5th.
Yeah.
Isn't it Cinco de Mayo? That was dumb because it's obvious. Anyway, his Belgian father was Leon Ghislaine Carton Wiart, a well-known and connected lawyer. His mother, Ernestine Wenzig, or it's probably Wenzig, I would assume, right?
Sure.
Okay. Well, no, maybe not.
You do what you want, bro.
No, but she was Irish.
Okay.
So I doubt
maybe she was already married once and she's a widower. And
we're going to say Wenzig just because she's Irish. So her name is Ernestine Wenzig of the Irish Wenzigs. At that time, there were rumors that he was an illegitimate son of King Leopold II of the Belgians. He himself would express humor towards these rumors throughout his life. Adrian grew up in an affluent household, so they had some money. Well, obviously, dad's a lawyer, you know what I mean? So Adrian's mother would pass away, I guess, is what that's supposed to say.
Yeah. What did it say?
It says, Adrian, we're going to identify every one of these, by the way.
No, that's fine. I love it.
Okay. It says Adrian's mother would last away when he was only 6.
Yeah, dude, she was the last one away.
Yeah, she was lasting away. Yeah. I would assume that's passed away.
Yes.
When he was only 6 years old. And that sucks for a kid. It doesn't matter if you're affluent or not, but when your mother dies and you're 6 years old, dude, that's rough. Yep. So after this, his father would move the family to Cairo, Egypt. Okay. While in Cairo, his father would remarry. Adrian's stepmother decided that for his education, he should spend time in an English boarding school. So yeah, she just wanted to get rid of the motherfucker. You know, damn well.
Much.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I love you so much. Come here, you little fucker. So he was sent to.
I was just thinking maybe we should send Adrian to a boarding school.
You know,
it would be good for him.
It's really nice. It's from what I hear, it's awesome.
I just think it'd be good for him, and then whatever. I think we should do it. Just get rid of him.
And how long is he going to be gone for? 14
Forever?
years.
Ever?
Yeah. So he was actually sent to a Catholic school called the Oratory. In 1899, Adrian was 19 years old and attending, Baiolo College at Oxford. I know the word. It's is it Balliol? It's Balliol. So it's either Balliol or Balliol. Balliol. So that's what I'm calling it from here on. It's Balliol. Anyway, he went there to get his law degree. This was not what he wanted. Okay, this is just what he was doing for his parents here. So when the Second Boer War broke out, our boy here knew what he had to do. He wrote in his autobiography, quote, "At that moment, I knew once and for all that was in my blood. If the British didn't fancy me, I would offer myself to the Boers." So he just wanted to go.
Like, yeah, legit. He was like, I just want to go fight. And if the British won't let me fight, I'll go fight for the other side, dude. He gave 2 fucks.
Okay, really.
He just wanted to go fight.
Really stupid question. And mainly because I know about most of this shit. But who are the Boers?
Honestly, all I know is that honestly really don't know. I can't describe it to you. Like, I was reading up on it, but I can't even look, bro. I'm high as fuck right now. Okay. You can't just fucking throw out there and ask me who the Boers were, dude.
Well, the British did fancy him, as it would seem. Okay, so they actually did like him. Since he didn't have his father's blessing, he decided to sign up using a fake identity, and he called himself Trooper Carton, and lying about his fucking age. He was sent to South Africa to fight, even as his father believed he was still at school studying to become a lawyer. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
His dad's like, oh, he's off to Oxford and getting his degree. Yes, this is great. In reality, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill something. I mean, go you. He served England in the Second Boer War for the years with distinction until Adrian and his unit were crossing a river and didn't realize they were in full view of Boer commandos.
That's what they called his wiener.
The commandos? His unit.
Adrian and his unit.
Yeah. So he and his dick were crossing a river.
Dude, it's probably that big.
So anyway, the enemy obviously saw him. They fired on the soldiers, hitting our boy here in the stomach and the groin. They did shoot his dick. Oh no.
It says groin. I didn't read anywhere because trust me, I had to find out.
We're going to say he got shot in his dick. We're going to say
that. From what I've seen and read, there's no indication that he got his dick shot off. It was just a groin shot.
Well, obviously it's large enough that it probably just deflected the bullet.
Oh, I think he had it down the other pant leg.
Protecting his artery. So after being shot, DeWart was asked by a superior if there were that many Boers. Wait, what? Was asked by a superior if there were that many Boers, sound to which he replied,
Okay, wait, what? It says if there were that many Boers, what?
I'm reading this verbatim. After being shot, De Wert was asked by a superior if there were that many Boers, sound to which he replied, quote.
Well, no, that it makes sense except for the sound part.
Yeah, so, well, anyway, he was probably asking how many there were.
He asked if there was a lot of Boers.
Right.
And I don't know what sound was supposed to be, but whatever.
Or maybe it was shot. He says no, because, quote, no, but the few who were very good shots.
Just a flesh wound.
No, because he was like, if there were that many Boers, then I don't know, whatever, dude. He was just asking if there was that many, why were they outnumbered like that badly?
But is that a dick joke though?
No.
He got shot in the groin. He was like, no, but the few who were very good shots.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's probably.
He's probably like, they shot me in the dick. So at this point, while he was in the military hospital, his true identity was discovered. He was then sent back to England to recover. De Wert's father agreed to let Adrian continue to fight for the British, which is cool for Dad. All right, Dad's understanding. De Wert decided to quit Oxford altogether and head back to South Africa. He booked himself first-class accommodations, lucky fucker, and gave generous tips to the bar staff.
Dude, who flies first class to war, bro?
I don't know, but then he's obviously drinking and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy's my hero already. So when he landed in Cape Town, he did so with, quote, exactly 1 point in my pocket. Is that another dick joke?
No, it's supposed to be pound, 1 pound.
Just a flesh wound.
Folks, you guys are in for it today. You are in for it. So once there, De Wert, he spent all his money on the plane is what he's saying.
Yeah, he, on the ticket and the tips and all that shit, and then he landed with 1 pound.
So was that was that did he take a train?
No, it was an airplane.
Oh, okay. All right. So once there,
I think, I don't know.
De Wert joined up with the cavalry and was given a promotion to corporal. It's awesome, right?
Yeah.
No, not really. No. The promotion lasted a whopping 24 hours. De Wert was demoted back to trooper again for threatening to hit a sergeant. So the dude doesn't put up with any bullshit.
No, dude, his sergeant was giving him shit and he fucking threatened to pop him.
He's like, I will smack you with my dick.
Dude, it's like, I don't give a fuck who you are right now. I'll fucking beat the shit out of you.
I deflected a bullet with this thing. Okay. So
the only reason I'm not dead.
Right. But there's not a whole lot with his, he wasn't content, should I say, where he was there. So within a few months, he earned a commission as second lieutenant. For the rest of 1901, there really wasn't much going on for De Wert, and he missed the action he had experienced before. So the dude is a thrill seeker. Like, obviously, he is one of those adrenaline junkies, apparently.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound to me like he's like, I'm all about Britain and we need to fight for Britain. It's more of, I just want to fucking fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So at the end of the Second Boer War, he was fiending for some of that sweet, sweet shooting action. He signed up to be sent to British Somaliland to hunt for
Somaliland, yeah.
Okay. To hunt for Mohammed bin Abdullah, also known as the Mad Mullah. Is that Mad Money?
Maybe.
When I hear anything like that, I just I think of Abdullah the Butcher. That's all I think of.
Wrestler.
Yeah. It always gets back into wrestling. It was crazy. So he had started a guerrilla war against. Hold on. He had started a guerrilla war against the British East African colony. He was fighting for independence and was considered by his fathers to be a sunny, holy man. Oh, no, this is the Muhammad guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought our dude.
Oh, no. I'm like, why did you?
I thought our dude was like, fuck it, I'm starting a holy war.
So I thought I like really fucked something up.
No. That was just me reading it and not comprehending what I was reading there. So, but this guy was like almost considered like Messiah at this certain time. Okay, so he was kind of a big deal. So while in Somaliland, De Wert again didn't see much in the way of action. He was sent to a cavalry regiment in Muttra, India. Since they, since there wasn't a whole lot going on for him, De Wert had to figure out a way to keep busy. So he did this by engaging in something that would become his favorite pastime, pig sticking. They would chase wild pig through the forest and stick them with a long spear. It seems.
Yeah, he hunted wild pigs with spears.
That's
just for the fuck of it.
Okay. So de Weert couldn't escape injury even while not fighting. During one of his pig-sticking adventures, he fell off his horse, and the horse would land on top of him, cracking some ribs and his ankle. So, yeah. We're not off to a good start right now with this guy. You know what I mean?
No, he got shot twice.
Uh-huh.
And now riding a horse, he broke his ribs and his ankle.
And dude, horses are
I'm already
heavy.
Tapping out, by the way. If this was me,
oh, yeah,
I'm done.
I'm going, it's the first time I got shot. I'm like, I'm done. Fuck that horse. Fuck everything else. I'm gone. Like, you shot me in the dick. I'm going home. You know what I mean? No.
This war's stupid. I'm leaving.
This war sucks.
I'm taking my gun and going home.
My dick hurts, man. In 1904, de Weert transferred back to South Africa. The next 4 years were pretty good for him. He would spend his time gambling, socializing, racing horses, and hunting wildlife. He would enjoy the occasional liquid meal, as he called it. Yes, my man. But also got pretty into working out and physical fitness. It is said that at one point in time, he was strong enough to rip a pack of playing cards in half with his hands. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
So he's just like, I'm just picturing this like grizzly.
He's not like, for all the pictures I saw, he's not like a big dude.
We'll post some pictures up so everyone can see what this dude looks like. So in 1907, de Weert officially swore his allegiance to the kind.
The what?
The kind, K-I-N-D. We're going to say king. He swore his allegiance to the king and formally became a British citizen in the British Army. There you go. In 1908, he returned to England. At this point, he would pretty much just play, that's it. He just wanted to do that and travel around Europe. So, I mean, again, he comes from a rich family too.
This dude's life, aside from the dick shot, is awesome right now.
Yeah, but dude, okay, A, you get to brag about going to war and getting shot.
Yeah.
B, that is a great pickup line.
Want me to show you where my dick got shot?
Like, yeah, I was in the war actually and was in battle and I actually got shot. Would you like to see my wound? You know what I mean? It works out for him. Yeah. So he liked to travel to Austria-Hungary to hunt, I guess, grouse and pheasant especially. He would eventually meet a woman that he would marry. That woman had almost as many names as the amount of times de Weert was injured. Her name was, oh boy, shut the fuck up. Is this real?
Yes, this is 100% real.
Okay.
I told you, dude.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Frederica Maria Carolina Henriette Rosa Sabina Franziska Pauline Fugger von Babenhausen de Weert. Holy shit. Is it the
I'm
longest
not really
name
sure why
in
that
history?
whole thing was said like you were a Latino, but okay.
Because I saw Maria in there and immediately, well, I guess for them it would be like Frederica Maria Carolina Henrietta Rosa Sabina Franziska Pauline Fugger von Babenhausen de Weert.
Just a flesh wound.
I guess. I don't know. That's got to be like the longest name in fucking history, dude.
God damn.
So when mom and dad yelled her full name, you know they were fucking pissed off. Oh man, because that's true. When you were young, like if they yelled your first name and then your second name was in there, it was getting serious. But when they put your whole name in there, you were in some fucking shit. She was the daughter of.
You forget why you're mad halfway through, dude. It's just like, what am I doing?
After that one? Yeah. You have to forget a name, right? Jeez. At least one of them. She was the daughter of Princess Eleonora Fugger von Babenhausen and Karl, 5th Prince Fugger von Babenhausen. Those crazy motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. Oh. So at this point, de Weert was headed back to Somaliland, and he hated it. He was sent back to help the somewhat forgotten battle against that mad mullah guy. And this was just as World War I was breaking out, and honestly, de Weert was kind of pissed. He had to go back to Somaliland instead. He fought with the Somaliland Camel Corps and fighting the forces of the Dervish movement. During an attack on an enemy fort at Shimberberis, he was shot in the arm, Jesus, and in the face, losing his left eye and part of an ear. What the fuck?
Just a flesh wound.
This dude's having a rough go of it. But it doesn't sound
like if you hadn't tapped out before, surely this is where you tap out, right?
I'm going to say that's not what he does, right?
You got shot in the arm and then half your fucking head blown off almost. You lost your eye and part of your ear. Like, what are you doing anymore? Why are you not taking your fucking retirement? Sorry, go ahead.
You know what I wish I had is the soundbite. It's only a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. So he received the Distinguished Service Order, the DSO, for his exploits. He returned to England to recover and was given a glass eye. The glass eye was a provision of him being assigned to the Western Front. It caused him such discomfort that he allegedly threw it out of the window of a taxi and instead acquired a black eye patch. Okay, now this dude is a badass as it is, but if you see him getting out of it like a taxi and his face is all marled from being shot numerous times, he's got a fucking eye patch on, you're not messing with him.
No.
Yeah, not at all. So when asked about the battle, even though he lost an eye, he said, quote, "It had been most exhilarating fun." This dude is a trip, man.
He's a fucking lunatic,
yeah.
man.
So in February of 1915, De Woert would finally get to his World War I action, and it went about as you'd expect at this point. As commanding officer during the Second Battle of... okay, it's YPRES. Is it Ypres?
Yep.
Yippee! Oh, I don't know. How do you pronounce the Y in the beginning of that? Is it just Ypres?
I think it's like an I sound personally, but I don't know.
Okay, whatever. YP, whatever. During a German artillery barrage, Carton de Woert's left hand was shattered due to shrapnel as well as splinters from his own watch.
Just a flesh wound.
Got shot. Was like yippers.
Yippers! So now he shot it once again. Okay.
Yeah, no, he got
Okay.
More shooting.
Essentially, he was left with a mangled hand consisting of part of the palm of his hand and 2 dangling fingers. Jesus. According to his autobiography, he tore off the 2 fingers when the doctor refused to amputate them. Gee, he tore them off himself?
He ripped them off. He legit just fucking grabbed and was like, nope, I'll do it. And then yanked them off.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Oh my God. I mean, that has to be it, right? You're going home now, right?
Absolutely. You don't even have a hand anymore.
Yeah,
dude.
You're pumping the brake. You got one eye. You've been shot in the dick. Your hand is completely mangled. You've been shot in the fucking, your ear's gone because he had his ear blown off too.
Your eye's gone.
Like at this point, you're just looking like the fucking guy from Austin Powers.
You fell off a horse.
Someone help me. I'm still alive, only I'm very badly burned.
Yeah. And had ribs broken. So he probably can't breathe well. It's in fucking early 1900s.
And an ankle, dude. He probably limping all over the place.
I'm okay. I'm fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. But you're bleeding. It's fine.
It's fine.
By 1916, he was back in action. Dude, that's a shirt right there. We need to have a picture of him all fucked up. And underneath it just says, "It's fine." That's a shirt. Yep. By 1916, he was back in action, leading the 8th Battalion, Gloucestershire Regiment, in the Battle of Somme. With one hand, one eye, and an unwavering determination, he led his men into the fray, earning the prestigious Victoria Cross, the UK's highest military decoration, awarded for valor, and that's with a U, just so you guys know, in the face of the enemy. Those of his men who survived recounted stories of Carton de Wiart, whatever the fuck his name is, pulling the pins of grenades out with his teeth and hurling them with his one good arm.
Just a flesh wound.
What in the shit?
Dude, this is like a fucking bad movie.
It's ridiculous and amazing, and he's my new hero.
This is the kind of shit that you can't make up.
Teddy Roosevelt was my all-time hero, other than my father, of course. But this guy may be taking second place here.
Dude, and it's not even over yet.
Yeah, this is wild. So at one point, what? Hold on. Ready? I'm going to get a Moody fuck up button in here somehow. I'm going to get a button in here. Maybe it's this one. But it says, at one point, 3 into camera had been killed. I would say maybe 3 of his men.
I don't know. Just keep reading.
Well, he said, "Fuck it, I got this," and took control of all 3 regiments.
It was like the three other
captains, maybe?
like leaders or whatever, captains or whatever. Yeah.
Maybe it's instead of into camera, it is in command.
Oh, there you go, right there, bro. There it is, in command. You got it, buddy.
This man had no means of communicating with all three regiments, though, as there were no field radios or phones. So he decided that he would just run around to ask the regiments in the hail of gunfire and relay his orders to each regiment. I mean, so he's got one hand, one eye, limping around going, hey, you guys okay? Do me a favor. You guys flank left. Hold on. Hey, you guys all right?
Like, dude, that's exactly what he was doing. That's the fucked up part.
That is so unreal.
The whole time just getting fucking gunfire rained upon him.
Okay, now, I know you actually say in the notes here that it's like a Hollywood movie, right? It's like almost unbelievable. Why is this not a fucking movie?
I think somebody may have made one about him, and I think there's a couple that are like kind of loosely based on him, but like there's nothing. We
got to get Monty Python to make this fucking movie or something. Like if we have to fucking GoFundMe for this, we have to.
Like legit, if you were watching this in a movie, right, and this guy and all this is happening to this guy and he's still out there, you're just like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like there's no way that guy would be in bed somewhere just like all fucking like infirmed and shit, but like no, there's no fucking way.
But the greatest part is that during all this, as he's running back and forth like a fucking lunatic, gunfire being shot at him, he's again all fucked up or whatever. They were able to hold back the Germans.
Yeah.
So apparently he was telling them the right shit to do.
Yeah.
They probably looked at him and were like, just listen to him.
This guy's fucking nuts.
Look at this fucking guy. He was shot in the dick. Listen to him. So after this, De Wert still continued to lead from the front lines. And guess what? He got shot again. Jesus. In the trenches of Delville Wood, nicknamed the Devil's Wood, which I guess Delville would be, whatever, he would get shot, this time through the back of the fucking head.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
It was a clean shot. Okay. And it's a... It was a clean shot. Best of the skull.
Base. It's base. Base of the skull.
Okay. So he literally, he's dead now, right? That's it. He finally got shot. And it's the back of your fucking head, right?
Yeah, through the back of his head.
Except not our guy. He didn't fucking die. The shot missed his spine and somehow he just kept fucking going. He got shot in the back of the fucking head and kept going.
Yep.
So during the remainder of the First World War, he was shot through the hip at the Battle of, Passchendaele.
All right.
Sure. Through the leg at Cambrai and through the ear at Arras. So it's 3 more fucking shots.
Mm-hmm.
Just a flesh wound.
What are they using? Fucking, I don't know, fucking airsoft rifles on him? What the fuck? So after each hospital stay, he would regain his mobility and head back out to the front lines. He was asked about his experience after the war, and here's what he said. Quote, frankly, I enjoyed the war. I mean, okay, there it is. Jesus. So after World War I, it was time to chill out, recover, take it easy, Well, maybe if it were one of us, actually, we'd have been done way long ago.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But if you're De Wert, you'd find some more shit to get yourself into. So in 1919, he was assigned to Poland. He was assigned as a military advisor to the newly independent country. Over a period of 2 years, Poland found itself at war with Soviet Russia, Czechoslovakia, Ukraine, and Lithuania. De Wert became a valuable asset, and as per the usual, it wound up in quite a few different situations here. In that same year, in 1919, De Wert decided to check another box in his escaping death bingo card by surviving not 1, but 2 fucking plane crashes.
Just a flesh wound.
God wants him gone, dude. If there's a God out there, he wants him off the face of this fucking planet.
Forgot about the plane crash.
Yeah, except, hold on. Not 1, but 2 place crashes.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's in a place and it crashed.
So obviously we are not making this up at all. And the second crash actually ended up with him being captured by Lithuanian forces and detailed for a brief period. So he was a prisoner of war. In 1920, things with Russia were heating up. So naturally he had to be involved. God, this guy literally just wants to be wherever the action is.
Yeah.
Like that's it. He must hate his wife. Probably because her name's so fucking long. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm not saying that fucking name. I got to go fight something. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. She wants me to say her full name every time we're in bed. I can't do it. Yeah, I'm not doing it. So once while aboard his observation train, they were attacked by a Cossack cavalry who intended to hijack the train. Oh boy, did they fuck up. Being DeWert was like, oh no, you didn't. And literally single-handedly confronted the raiders and fought back with his pistol. At one point, this fucking guy actually fell off the moving train, but just got up.
Just a flesh wound.
Hopped back up and jumped back on the train and kept fighting until the train escaped the attack. Who is this guy? What the fuck? This is a fucking Terminator, man. What the holy shit. Arnold, Stallone, none of them got nothing on this guy.
I told you, dude.
Jesus.
And it's still not over. Still not over.
Oh, after the Polish Wars end in 1921, DeWert decided to stay in Poland as he'd fallen in love with the country. In 1923, he finally decided to retire, having achieved the rank of Major General. It was time for this man to settle down and enjoy his life, hunting wildlife in Poland. Sounds excellent. Probably got a little bit of that Polish whiskey over there. What do they call it? Grappa? Isn't that what they have over there? Grappa?
He's got a separate chair for his cock.
Oh my God, I almost shot my bourbon everywhere. Woo. He sits down, he goes, you hear the chair go, Kee. So it seems like a weak ending here. We know it sounds lame because it's not the damn ending apparently. So as we all know, in 1939, Germany invaded Poland, where DeWert was now living. Again, sounds like they fucked up.
that was the bad omen of the war right there.
Right there.
That's when they should have known that it was futile, dude.
They're like with their tanks all of a sudden. Sir, just so you know, there's a guy named DeWert here. He was shot in the dick, his eye, his hand, his hip, his ear, his other ear fell off a train, 2 plane crashes, and yeah, he's here. We pissed him off. And Hitler just went, oh, shit.
It's too late now.
We can't turn back now. Keep going. So, of course, he's here. And as a military advisor, he knew what to do. Get the fuck out ASAP. Probably the smartest thing he's done so far.
I know, right? You know that killed him, too.
Oh, yeah. He probably wanted to fight.
God damn it. I have to go, though. Yeah. I can't.
So he crossed into Romania and eventually made his way back to the UK, where, of course, he re-enlisted. Jeez. So what is he in his 30s right now?
Oh no, keep reading.
Okay, in 1940, DeWert was recalled to active duty, and in case you forgot, at this point, he was 60 years old, had only one eye, and was a fucking amputee. Gee, what is happening?
And dude, like, if you or I were in that state, right? And I don't give a fuck what war it was, but we went in and said, "I want to go fight this war." They would look at you and be like, "Are you?" Like, why? What are you thinking? Why would you waste your time?
No,
you're absolutely not going. But he walks in there like that at 61 years old. And they're like, oh, yeah, yes, sir. Absolutely. Have at it. See, go for it, buddy.
He walks in. He's like, okay, listen, I want back out there. They're like, no, you're like 60 years old. Whatever.
Zip.
Yep. Okay, you're in. Give this man 2 guns, one for him and one for his dick. So he was immediately given the rank of lieutenant general and given the task of leading an Anglo-French landing force in Norway to stop the German invasion at 60 years old and just beat to shit.
Oh, yeah. He's been hurt.
So now if you've been listening up to this point, then you know things probably didn't end up well for him, right? The seaplane he was traveling into Norway was forced to crash land in a fjord after being confronted by a German fighter plane. Being the cool, I can't say cool cucumber. Cool cucumber, the sly daddy that he is, the guy with it all, instead of taking the...
By the way, hold on. That's plane crash number 3.
That is 3. Yeah.
Just a flesh wound.
So instead of taking the rubber dinghy, I can see your dinghy.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
That's what it is. So instead of taking the dinghy to the shore and becoming an easy target, he just floated in the wreckage until the German fighter plane ran out of ammo and left. When DeWert,
he's 60. He's
60. And fucking one arm, one eye. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
When DeWert finally...
And he hung out so long just chilling wherever he was at that the fucking German guy just ran out of ammo.
He won't fucking die. That's it. Let's go home.
Dude, that plane turning around had to have been like the most depressing thing as a fighter pilot. He's like, dude, really? We ran out of ammo and the motherfucker's still floating down there.
Yeah. Do me a favor. We can't tell the Führer. He's an old man. This is a very old gentleman. Okay, so perhaps we keep this between us. So anyway, 60 years old, he waits it out and floated around until they left. So when DeWert finally met up with his troops, he realized that, shocker, they were undermanned, undergunned, and undersupplied. Oh, and also they were in the process of being encircled by the Germans. Mm-hmm. The troops were able to break the troops. Mm-hmm. The troops. The fucking troops. The trips were able to break the line.
Yeah.
No, the troops were able to break the line by heading over the mountains and break to the coast under a constant hail of artillery fire and airstrikes. They were finally rescued by the Royal Navy and taken back to Britain, arriving there on DeWert's 60th fucking birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, happy birthday to me. That was awesome. You guys want to go back out? Winston Churchill himself, the old Winston Churchill, enlisted the help of DeWert at one point in 1941. DeWert was to lead a mission into Yugoslavia to make contact with Tito's partisans.
That's what.
Okay.
The source I got. I don't know who Tito is, but
it's just a bunch of guys with vodka hanging out in the.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. I didn't look that one up.
Well, and to offer them support of the Allies. Oh, and guess what? After his plane arrived in Malta, it fucking crashed into the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, and he's fucking survived.
Just a flesh wound.
61 years old.
4 plane crashes.
4 plane crashes now, folks. He's eyeless, armless, beat to shit, 4 plane crashes, and he's fine.
Just a flesh wound.
He's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. So not only did he survive, wait, hold on. Not only did he survive the crash, let's see. Wait, what? Oh, so where he was going was in sight, so he actually just swam.
Yeah, the shore. He was able to see shore.
Yeah, so he saw it all the way with one fucking arm and one eye.
Yeah.
After being in another crash.
And he swam all the way back.
What the shit? Oh, and if that wasn't cool enough, he carried another injured person the entire way back to shore.
Yep. With one arm. After his fourth plane crash.
I fucking hate myself. I am a shitty man is what I am right now.
Listen, all I'm saying is like, this is the kind of shit that makes you never like, this is the kind of shit that makes you feel bad every time like you have to call off of work.
Because you're sick.
Like, this fucking guy, dude. Like
I've had this shit. So, oh, dude, I'm gonna start using this though. Anytime someone calls off at work, they call me. Be like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna be able to make it in today. I'm like, I'm sorry. Do you know who Adrian DeWert was? A 61-year-old man who survived 4 fucking. You just go through the whole fucking thing with them. Oh God, this guy deserves his own shirt for real.
You'd never have anybody call off work if you did that.
Yeah, shit. They'd be like, "Oh, dude, I can't. Dude, I don't ever call off work. Fuck it." So he survived and made it to shore, but of course it's DeWert, so something else had to fucking go wrong. So yeah, is this just a case of really fucking bad luck? I mean,
I don't know, man. At this point, it could be anything. It might be fucking aliens, dude.
It's definitely aliens. So the shore they ended up on was Libya, and DeWert and the other survivors were immediately captured by the Italians. Hey, baba da boop.
Yay!
A fangue. DeWart was flown to a prison that was specifically designated for guarding senior British officers. Oh my God, they consider him a senior.
No, not like old, you asshole.
No, let me go with it. It's funnier. Could you imagine? They pull up, they're like, oh no, he's old. Put him over in this camp.
He's in a fucking nursing home, dude.
Just a bunch of rockers and shit. Oh, and in the meantime, he's like the baddest 61-year-old ever. No, senior as in like higher ranking officers. Yeah. So the average age of the prisoners was somewhere around 53 years old.
Though.
Huh?
I said I do like yours better though.
The average age of the prisoners was somewhere around 53 years old, but that didn't stop them from trying to escape. And this is in the fucking 40s, man. So 50 was typically like, I mean, you're close to death at that fucking point. You know what I mean? So DeWart was part of no less than 5 different escape attempts. Yeah. In one, they dug a tunnel 60 feet under the castle walls. And yes, they were being held in a literal fucking castle. This 63-year-old man at the time, with one arm, helped dig a tunnel under a castle. And it worked. The soldiers were able to escape into the surrounding woods. Their plan was to dress like Italian peasants. But DeWart, looking like he did, and the fact that none of them spoke Italian, it didn't plan. Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah, so they get there like, listen, we're going to act like Italian peasants. Does anyone speak Italian? Baba-da-boopy. That's not it. No. No. That's it. You go back to the castle. So they managed to avoid capture for 8 days before ending up back in prison. I'm sure he drank his fucking face off while he was out there.
Yeah, most likely, dude.
So after that piece of shit Mussolini was overthrown, his successors continued to side with Germany. On the surface, behind their backs, they were plotting to negotiate an armistice with the Allies. When they needed an intermediary, guess who they called?
This dude's literally in charge of helping stop World War II, bro.
That's right, our boy DeWart here. So the Italians took him to a tailor and got him all ready to go to Lisbon with the king's negotiator. They met with the reps from the Allies and worked out an agreement. After the agreement was made, DeWart went back to England on the 28th of August. That is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
He only had about a month to cook before he was to cook.
Yeah, dude.
So he's just going back cooking up some fucking...
He's slow roasting some shit.
Some fucking haggis. Some fucking... I mean, I don't know what the fuck they eat over there anyway. Before he was then sent to China by Winston Churchill to be his personal representative to nationalist leader Chiang Kai-shek, a post he held until 1946. So this dude...
Dude, this guy has wait till you hear the rest of this whole part.
He's done it all.
Like, it's awesome.
So while in China, he got to meet Mao Zedong, and he did not like him at all. DeWart despised communism, and during a speech that Mao was giving about how hard they were fighting the Japanese, DeWart actually cut him off to tell him they were only looking at Chiang Kai-shek to see what to do next. He's just like
dude, like Mao, like this dude is like one of the biggest figures in like that era, right? And he's just like, no, you know what, bro? You're fucking lying. Shut up. It like cut him off to say some other shit.
He fucking pulled a fucking Kanye on him.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. But so Mao surprisingly was not offended and only laughed. He then asked DeWart when he He then asked DeWart when he hasn't come to see their operations.
Why he hasn't come to see their operations? Why?
Yes, sir. He then asked DeWart why he hasn't come to see their operations, and DeWart simply replied, quite frankly, I hate communism. It's a fucking quote that he says to like the leader of
Mao Zedong.
China. Like he's the leader of China at the time. Jeez, the balls on this guy. Maybe that's what deflected the bullet.
Just a flesh wound.
Maybe it was his ball.
Yeah. A couple more things about his time in China. First, he survived yet another fucking plane crash.
Five. No, wait.
That's 5 now. That's 5. Yeah,
that's 5. Yeah. That's 5.
Yeah. Then on top of
5 plane crash.
Yeah. Then on top of all the other shit in Rangoon, he slipped on coconut matting on some stairs, fell, broke several vertebrae, and knocked himself unconscious.
Just a flesh wound.
my God, this fucking guy. It's like if Benny Hill was a fucking badass. That's what this is.
Right, dude?
If Benny Hill were a badass, that's who. Oh my God. And if you guys know who Benny Hill is, first of all, just go look it up. You'll love it. You'll love it. So anyway, he slipped and fell and fucked himself up. He was treated in Rangoon Hospital. He retired from the military in 1947 at the rank of lieutenant general. In retirement, Carton de Wart found peace in the tranquil landscapes of County Cork. He bought Aganish house in Macar. Before I press the button, is there a place called Macroom?
I think so.
Okay, then see, I thought never mind. It's fine. We'll keep it in there. And if there's not, then it's Moody's fault. Anyway, he moved there with his wife with a really long name. Despite his advanced age and numerous injuries, he remained active and continued to pursue various interests such as fishing. He wrote in his memoirs titled Happy Odyssey, which recounted his remarkable life and experiences. And thankfully, we don't have any more records of him breaking any more fucking bones. So his awards include the Victoria Cross, Knight Commander of the Order of the British Empire, Companion of the Order of the Bath, Companion of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, Distinguished Service Order, Fortiti Militari from Poland, Croix de Guerre from Belgium, the Legion of Honor from France, and the Croix de Guerre from France. Again, so that's in there. Oh, no, he got it from both places, Belgium and France.
Yeah.
So although seemingly indestructible on the battlefield, the unkillable soldier died peacefully on June 5th of 1963 at the age of 83 fucking years old. That is, dude, you kept telling me that I was going to love this fucking story.
It's a little bit shorter than
this is definitely a shorter episode, but this is one of those ones that you were just super excited about. So I was like, all right, let's fucking do it. And I never heard of this before. I'd never heard of this guy. And it's not like he was just like some, lower ranking dude that was just a badass killing people. And I'm not disparaging the White Death, but he didn't rise up to be like the fucking right hand man of the leader of fucking England. You know what I mean?
Right, dude.
You know what I mean? Like it's and then tell off the leader of fucking China. You know what I mean? The balls on this fucking guy. So anyway, yes, a little bit shorter of an episode this week, folks. This is something that Moody's been wanting to do for a while, and it's remarkable.
I figured you'd like that one, man.
Well, I'll put it this way, okay? And you put it best at the very end of this, okay? Fucking legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, boys and girls, it's your favorite part of the show, the movie review. Which top 10 movies will make the cut today?
All right. Today. So today we are going to be talking about the 13 best war horror movies ranked, obviously. Yeah. Okay, this comes from Collider.com. So let's see here. We're going to start at number 13, and let's see. Have you seen this list?
I scanned over it briefly just to see what was on there. I actually don't. I think I might remember like one or two movies that are on the list, but that's about it. Okay,
so number 13 here, and I love that it starts at 13, is The Keep from 1983, and apparently it has to do with World War II. And it says, based on a book of the same name by F. Paul Wilson, The Keep is about a group of Nazi soldiers who release a supernatural evil onto the world after setting up camp in a broken down fortress in the Carpathian Mountains of Romania. An old Jewish historian, Theodore Kuza, played by Ian McKellen, and his daughter Eva, played by Alberta Watson, are saved from the Nazis by this mysterious entity and asked to free it into the world. That's kind of a weird premise, huh?
Yeah.
The film was directed by Michael Mann and received mixed reviews upon release. However, the film has gone on to achieve somewhat of a cult following. The soundtrack was criticized for overtaking the dialogue at times, and some said that the movie was trying too hard to be an art house movie without any of the art. So it's just a house movie. It's just a house movie. However, Mann was praised for the continuity of the dark and mysterious tone throughout the film. That actually sounds intriguing to me.
Yeah.
I might actually watch that one. It sounds fun. Number 12. Have you seen that one, by the way?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it, though. No.
Okay. Number 12 on the list is Death Watch from 2002. This has to deal with World War I. After a group of British soldiers become lost, they take refuge in an enemy trench, only to be slowly killed off by an unseen assailant. While the group tries to navigate themselves out of a labyrinth-like trench, they are slowly picked off as they become mentally unstable from the stress of their demise. Charlie, Jamie Bell, makes it out, but just as he does, another group of British soldiers find themselves arriving at the trench. The film was met with mixed reviews, mostly criticizing its investment in suspense rather than revealing the evil that's killing the soldiers. The film had a strong premise, and the director, M.J. Bassett, was praised for making the direction of the movie clear from the beginning. I have not seen this one either.
No, this one definitely not. No.
Death Watch.
I'd never heard of it. No.
Number 11 from 2019.
Oh.
Okay, World War II looks like a black and white film. It's called The Painted Bird.
Nope.
I've not heard of this one either. Based on the novel by Jerzy Kosinski, The Painted Bird follows a young man growing up in an unnamed village in war-torn Eastern Europe. After his aunt, after his aunt died suddenly, he leaves his home only to be met with the horrors of Europe during World War II. He journeys through Czech villages and meets different people who have all been affected by the war. The movie was met with positive reviews, some equating Václav Marul's directing style to Andrei Tarkovsky.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This sounds super fucking boring to me.
Yeah, it does.
Just the description just sounds boring as shit.
Yeah,
some critics said
agree
that the brutal depictions of war have left a lasting impression, and the movie does an excellent job of not holding back when telling the truths of war. Some have criticized the film for being too difficult to watch, with the graphic depictions of sexual violence and torture. The film holds 82% on Rotten Tomatoes and is praised as being an intense psychological horror movie. All right, maybe.
That makes it sound way cooler.
Yeah, they should have just led with that. Fuck that first paragraph.
Dude, like literally, like that review just it takes a 180 right there.
Yeah, it's like the first part is like, this movie is really fucking boring.
It's like,
however,
by the way.
yeah, however, which have you ever seen Life is Beautiful?
No.
It's based in World War II in Italy, and it's a foreign film. It's Italian, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And it's all about this guy who, his family, they get captured by the Germans, the Nazis. Okay. And they go into a concentration camp or whatever, and he's trying to like keep his daughter from like being scared and hurt or whatever. So he does these like goofy things or whatever. But in the midst, so you've got this guy who's trying to be a dad.
I think I've heard of that, dude. That's a more recent movie, right?
I'd say probably early 2000s.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I'm not. Yeah, like not.
It's
like
not like an old time movie or anything like that. No. Okay. But dude, it is. I mean, if you don't like subtitles, you're not going to fucking like the movie. I mean, and if you don't like subtitles, I listen, I put subtitles on everything I watch.
Me too.
Yeah. Like I just
mostly because my kids don't shut the fuck up.
Right. True. But I actually like turning down the volume a little bit so I can barely hear it and then just read it because I like reading, if that makes sense. But plus I get to, because sometimes you can't understand what they're saying in the movie. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather read it so I know what they're saying. So anyway, this movie, Life is Beautiful, is fucking, it's heart-wrenching. It's so good. I think it won a couple of Oscars, if I'm not mistaken.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys get out there and watch that. That's Life is Beautiful right now. All right. Number 10, All the Moons from 2020. And this is based on the Third Carlist War from 1872 to 1876. I
don't even know what that is.
I have never even heard of that. Yeah, we're idiots. Sorry. So All the Moons, also known in some languages as Amaya, the Vampire's Child, is a Spanish horror movie set during the Third Carlist War, or it could be Carlist, I don't know, in the latter half of 19th century. Amidst the turmoil of the war, a young orphan girl named Amaya is taken by a woman known as just simply Mother. Mother is nurturing and kind towards Amaya, but harbors a dark secret. She is secretly a vampire who intends to feed upon the little girl. Oh, shit. Well, the movie originates from Spain. It was shot in the Basque language, spoken in the northern regions of the country near the border with France. During the Fantasia International Film Festival, All the Moons won the award for the best film in Europe. Jesus. Wait. Best film in Europe, North America, and South America.
Damn, dude.
It may not be the most terrifying movie out there, but All the Moons was commended for its atmospheric, emotional, and heartfelt tone. I'd probably give it a shot.
It sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I just kind of learned today who the Basque people are.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of a lesser known sect of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like they're basically like part Spanish and part French?
I don't know exactly what they are, but like that's one of those things. So there's something weird with that. Like, fuck, what is it called? Like the people like the sovereign citizen movement and shit.
Yeah.
I think it's the Basque people. There's something with like the United States and like something going on over there. But like apparently like they're claiming that because they're Basque and they have this like the United States and wherever have this like weird agreement kind of thing that they are legit like sovereign, so like they don't have to follow our rules and shit like that because of who they are, like they're Basque or whatever. I think that's like one of the like weird like sovereign citizen things that I like read about not that long ago.
One of my favorite things to watch are videos, like police videos of pulling over like sovereign citizens claiming, I don't have to give you anything. I'm a sovereign citizen.
And then they just beat the fuck out of them and pull them out of the car.
They just get yoked up. I'm watching it the whole time, screaming at it, going, "What are you doing? like what? Why? Why are you doing this? It's not going to end well for you, sir. I have the entire Constitution in my back seat." No, you don't. Fucking stop it. Oh, God. Number 9 on the list is Brotherhood of the Wolf from 2001. And this has to do with the French Revolution. So during the I'm not going to do it. The world famous French Revolution, legends began to spring up about a wolf-like being known.
The world famous French Revolution.
Well, I mean, it is kind of.
Like, what the
It is. Well, I mean, they're not wrong.
Like, did you have to quantify it with world famous?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everyone knows about the French Revolution.
Like, no one ever says the world famous American Revolutionary War. It's
well, because no one cares. No one cares about that one. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, dude. Like any of those ones, man.
Yeah, they're all pretty popular. We'll put it that way. So apparently, there was this wolf-like being known as the Beast of Gévaudan. Supposedly,
we talked about that thing.
Did we?
Yes, in the lesser known cryptids episode.
Oh, shit. Well, there's a movie here. And we probably talked about this movie, I would assume, right? Probably not. Who knows? Supposedly responsible for a series of killings in the region. Of course, there likely was no such beast. But Brotherhood of the Wolf plays upon this legend. A swashbuckling action horror flick, Brotherhood of the Wolf features a mix of CGI and puppetry for the beast that was designed by none other than Jim Henson's company.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Never heard of that, though. Brotherhood of the Wolf is a lot of fun and boasts a real high production value despite its technical limitations. In 2022, a director's cut was released at the Cannes. Is it Cannes or Cannes?
I've always said Cannes, but I don't fucking know. Okay. I'm lazy, so.
Well, that film festival, which goes to show just how well received it was. Brotherhood of the Wolf is a horror movie with a historical twist that also plays into aspects of fantasy. There's something for everyone in this movie, ensuring its place as a modern cult classic in the making.
I have to check that one out. Sounds pretty good.
Next one, number 8, is 2019's Blood Vessel. This is from World War II. The picture, it looks awesome as shit. It looks like a bat Dracula kind of thing over top of a ship with a Nazi swastika on the front of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it says, Blood Vessel is pretty ridiculous, but in all fairness, it seems fully aware of it. One of the many movies set in World War II, Blood Vessel features a group of shipwreck survivors stumbling across a seemingly abandoned German minesweeper ship. Boarding it, the survivors find that it's not abandoned at all, but is instead inhabited by a bunch of bloodthirsty vampires.
Dude, when are people going to realize you don't board an abandoned ship?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a reason it's seemingly abandoned.
Correct. Yeah. Be like,
don't get on the motherfucker.
Someone gets up and looks.
Be like,
it's completely abandoned. Let's go. Let's go.
We're gonna swim. We're gonna swim for it. And then when they complain, you tell them about the fucking motherfucker we just talked about.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. There was a guy, one eye, one hand, 60
years old.
He was 60 years old, and with one arm, he drug a guy through the water and saved his ass. Despite how kitschy it is, Blood Vessel was nominated for 11 different awards at Film Quest in Utah, which is the greatest film, I guess, contest, whatever you want to call it, in the world. It's in Utah, folks. 3 of which it won, including Best Costuming, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Art Department.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
It actually sounds pretty cool. It also features Australian actress Alyssa Sutherland in the leading role, who brings a fantastic performance as always.
Are we supposed to know who that is?
I have no idea. All in all,
they're saying it like we should know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
What is her name?
Alyssa Sutherland. And I'm assuming she's not related to Donald or Kiefer.
Probably not.
Well, she's from...
Oh, she's like the third on the list that came up.
She's from Aussie. She's an Aussie.
Oh, that's who that is. Holy shit. Have you seen Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah.
The fucking one that the mom that gets possessed. That's her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the one that gets turned into a fucking deadite, the main one in the...
So she's like a modern day scream queen now, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's only been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies.
Oh, okay. Well, she's got a long way to go. Number 7 is Overlord, which I have seen from 2018. This movie is pretty fucking crazy. Have you seen this one?
Which one is it?
Overlord.
Oh, yeah.
This movie is intense and amazing. Operation Overlord was the code name given to the famous invasion of Normandy during World War II, also known as D-Day. It involved multiple phases with paratroopers landing behind enemy lines to clear the war for the beach landings the following morning. The 2018 film action horror movie Overlord takes place during the eponymous hippopotamus operation, but offers an exciting and classic twist. After a paratrooper squad crash lands off course, they are taken in by a young French woman who alerts them of something weird going on in the village. Lots of memorable names appear in the movie, such as Pilau Asbeck. We know who that is, right? Who plays a German officer, as well as Jacob Anderson, Wyatt Russell, and Wyatt Russell's in this. That's
the only one of those names I know.
Yep. And Lane de Castecker. No idea who that is yet. Who play members of the paratrooper squad. A B movie through and through, Overlord remains chilling, atmospheric, and surprisingly adept at tackling its themes of human experimentation. Its soundtrack is really something special, and it has a lot of clear nods and references to other horror action flicks, making it a fun ride for fans of either genre. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. I didn't think it was anything like spectacular.
It's not the
crazy,
greatest movie
but like
ever.
it's an entertaining movie.
Yeah, it was fun. Number 6 on the list is Jacob's Ladder from 1990.
Yes.
It's a great movie. This has to do with the Vietnam War. In Jacob's Ladder, Oscar winner Tim Robbins, you guys probably should know him. If you don't, well, you should probably.
Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne. Stars as Jacob Singer, a Vietnam War veteran returning home after a long, hellish deployment. But nothing is as it should be. Jacob experiences nightmarish delusions involving monstrous creatures and mysterious watchers. Confused and afraid, Jacob begins searching for people he knows, trying to determine what is going on. They misspelled in this fucking thing.
Did they? I was going to say, I'm like, I didn't write this, so don't look at me, bro.
While the movie initially makes it seem like Jacob has an extreme case of post-traumatic stress disorder, it soon becomes clear that there's something much more complicated going on. Jacob's Ladder delves into psychological horror and surrealism, exploring dark parts of the human psyche best left undiscovered. It can be a bit confusing at first with its multiple time jumps and confused narrative, so audiences will definitely want to watch this movie more than once. In fact, some might even appreciate Jacob's Ladder even more the second time.
Dude, I watched that movie a bunch of times and I'm still like,
it's pretty cool.
Still not really sure what's happening. I did read a theory about the movie or something that like somebody said that like this is what it really was. And it was kind of something that I had never thought of, but it was really cool. I don't know if you want me, they basically, because in the movie it keeps flashing back to Vietnam and like all this crazy shit's happening to him and like in the present time. But then like somebody else was, I read something that they were saying that the Vietnam stuff is actually like the present time and like all the other shit. Like he's basically like somebody, he got fucked up like in Vietnam, like in the war, and like he's either like in a coma or something like that. And like, so the Vietnam shit is what's really happening. And the rest of it is like his brain, like making like, you know what I'm saying? Cause he's like in a coma or he's whatever.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty cool premise if that's the case, you know?
Yeah.
Number 5 on the list is Mohawk from 2017. And no, we're not talking about Bone Tomahawk or anything like that, which is a fantastic movie.
It's a good movie.
Why do I have to pronounce this? The Kaniakaka.
Sure. That sounds right.
I'm going to say I nailed that, actually. So, commonly known as the Mohawk, are members of an indigenous tribe that spans Ontario, Quebec, and the states of Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Jersey, and New York. They are one of 6 tribes belonging to the coalition known as the Haudenosaunee.
Yeah.
Also known as the Six Nations or the Iroquois. They are also the primary focus of the war horror movie Mohawk, which centers on a group of Mohawk warriors during the War of 1812, fought in Canada and the United States between the Americans and the British. The movie stars renowned Mohawk actress, Kenetio Horn as Aquaho. Her name's Aquaho, a young indigenous woman caught up in the War of 1812 as her family debates whether to join the war or remain neutral. After a brutal attack on her people, Aquaho, it just sounds like a... Never mind, I'm not going to get into it. Takes matters into her own hands and begins hunting down the people responsible, turning the movie into sort of a action slasher flick. Aside from how awesome Kenetio Horn is in the movie, Mohawk was praised for making effective use of a small budget and including some much-needed social and historical commentaries. It also shines a light on the overlooked people during an overlooked yet rich time in history, which it definitely deserves points for. I would probably watch that.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't seen it, but I probably would watch it. Number 4 is The Nightingale from 2018.
A lot of newer ones.
I've heard of this one, but I've never seen this one. So this is...
I have not. I'm not familiar with it.
So this is set during the Black War, which is from 1820s to 1832. The Nightingale is a psychological film set during Australia's 19th century Black War, a time in which the land was used to exile British and Irish prisoners. It stars Aisling Franciosi as Claire, an Irish prisoner exiled to Tasmania, seeking revenge against the colonial forces who murdered her daughter and husband. Jennifer Kent, the Australian film director, best known for her incredible 2014 horror film, The Babadook, directs and doesn't disappoint.
Fuck that movie and
sucks.
fuck people who think that I don't get it and that's why I don't like it. It's fucking stupid. It's a shit movie. That kid needs to get fucking punched in the mouth. Fuck all that noise, dude. It's not a great movie.
Yeah,
it's not one of the best horror movies. It's fuck you is what it is.
Yeah. Feel better? You feel better?
Yes, I do a little bit.
You got that out? Okay. Yeah. Well, the film did stir up a bit of controversy due to how graphic it is. It was still highly commended, winning several AACTA awards. Aside from its stellar cinematography, editing, and performances, The Nightingale includes some real commentary about racism in colonial Australia, the remnants of which can still be felt today. The Nightingale is not just a great watch, but one that makes a good point, too. Okay.
I hope it's better than the fucking Babadook.
Number 3 is Trench 11 from 2017.
Sure.
Okay, this is set in World War I. Let's see. Movies about World War I are not uncommon, but horror centered around the conflict is a super new and underused. Yeah, they said that earlier today.
No, I was just thinking about like that name, Trent. I'm like, man, what does that like remind me of? And like, that is 100% like an early 2000s new metal band.
Trench 11?
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%. And if it's not, I'm going to start it now.
Seriously, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're Trench 11.
First thing that came to my head, dude. Like, that sounds like a new metal name from like 2005.
For sure. So this movie is a Canadian World War I horror flick that took audiences by storm. Taking place in 1918 on the Western Front, the movie stars Joseph Sutherland as Lieutenant Burton. What's all these fucking Sutherland people? A Canadian soldier dispatched to a mysterious German complex known as Trench 11. After being trapped inside, he and his comrades become subject to a never-ending nightmare. Within the trench is a group of German soldiers controlled by a parasitic worm, which turns them into bloodthirsty killers. Joseph Sutherland does a darn good job in the lead role, and Trench 11 carries an atmosphere that so far is unmatched by any other movie. It plays upon common human fears like claustrophobia and darkness, turning them into a nonstop bombardment of terror that no horror fan is going to want to miss. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid review right there.
Yeah, if I saw it, I'd probably watch that. Number 2, Under the Shadow from 2016. And this is during the War of the Cities, which I feel like an idiot because I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of that before.
Set in the 1980s War of the Cities in Iran. There you go. Oh. Under the Shadow follows a beleaguered? I
wonder how many cities were involved.
I don't know, but that's a fucking weird word. Beleaguered.
Yeah, beleaguered. You never heard that word before?
Do you use beleaguered on a daily basis?
Me? No, I never use it, but I know what it is.
What does it mean?
Read it in the sentence. No, read the
Under the Shadow follows a beleaguered mother named Shida and her daughter Dorsa as they become haunted by a mysterious presence. So does that mean like downtrodden?
She's like tired, downtrodden, like whatever. Yeah, that's exactly what it means.
As
you got it, bro. Context. That's what I'm trying to help you here, man.
Use context clues. You'll learn it.
I'm trying to help you here, dude.
Help me help you. So as continuous airstrikes overtake the city, Dorsum meets a young boy who, despite being mute, tells her about the legend of the jinn. What? And an Islamic, and we know all about the jinn, folks. We've talked about the jinn numerous times. An Islamic demon-like figure. Before long, the jinn begins terrorizing the Shida. Shida, not the Shida. I don't know what it has the... Anyway, Shida and her daughter causing hallucinations, apparitions, and even attacking the family.
Oh my.
Under the Shadow was a real smash hit with critics who acknowledge that while it does have its cliches, it makes effective use of them to feel fresh and new. It was also praised for its timeless subtext and hidden anti-war message, with two main questions appearing. What's a bigger threat, the jinn or the war? Has the jinn's attacks been a product of post-traumatic stress disorder-fueled hallucination, or is he real? Both of these questions are very much up for debate.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And number one, and I have a feeling that you've probably seen this, from 1984. Have you seen Threads?
No.
So I've seen one movie on this list. Well, no, we both seen the same movie on this list.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is actually set during an unnamed fictional war. So there you go.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Threads is a movie that will scar viewers in ways they thought impossible. Shot with a low budget of less than £1 million. Threads tell the story of what would happen if the Cold War broke out into a full-blown nuclear conflict.
Points.
You got that? Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. I caught it. Took me a minute, but I caught it. I'm like, what the fuck? That son of a bitch.
Taking place in Sheffield, England, the movie was produced for television by BBC and received rave reviews and many comments about how horrifying it is. There's nothing
made for TV movie.
Apparently, and it's supposed to be terrifying. There's nothing supernatural about this movie, unlike most other war horror flicks. Instead, the fear factor comes from observing what a nuclear post-apocalypse would look like. The visuals are visceral, horrific, depressing, and absolutely brutal. Threads is a movie that pulls no punches when showing something like that. At the time was a real possibility. There are no jump scares, no tense moments, and no monsters. Instead, the horror comes solely from reality, and sometimes that can be the most terrifying thing of all. While an excellent movie, Threads may alter the viewer's perceptions, and they may never be the same after watching it. Proceed cautiously. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I've never heard of that movie in my life.
Neither have I, but now I have to watch that one because this guy...
I know, I kind of feel like I have to watch it too.
This guy made it sound really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, that sounds pretty fucking cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the movies. That was the Unkillable Soldier. A fucking... Just a dude had so much bad luck.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry it was so short, by the way, if you guys are bothered by that. My bad, but I just really wanted to do this episode.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome. Now, we could have made this a bonus, but we wanted to kind of just, put it out there into the ethos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was amazing, man. Great job on that. Obviously busted your balls on some of the grammatical shit or whatever, but that's you. But it's great.
Hey, dude, honestly, that was probably less than normal too.
It is far less than normal. Far less. Yeah, I was anticipating a disaster, and that was not. So yeah, but
I'm actively trying.
But great, what a great story! I mean, just the fact that the guy is.
It's nuts, dude.
It's insane, and it sounds like it's made up, but it's real.
Like at some point, you just have to be like, this has got to be like a historical fucking like
the boogeyman,
like punked. They're punking us from like back in the day. So we're like, we got to make this dude up and everyone's got to get on board because this be hilarious. And they're like, we'll start off kind of like, yeah, okay. And then just get it more ridiculous. See how long it takes before people are like, this is bullshit. But nobody ever called them out on their bullshit.
No, it's amazing. I absolutely it's so cool. And to be honest, I'm probably going to go and do a little more research just to I want to find out some more shit about it.
I'd love to read his actual autobiography.
Yeah, I want to read that too. I want to find out what in his words, because he just sounded like a partier. Yeah. He sounded like he had a lot of money from his parents and just didn't give a fuck. And then every time he got shot, he's like, fuck it. Fuck it.
Dude, imagine finding out that that's like your great grandfather. You're just like, man, have I let the fucking family down, dude? Like, what the fuck, dude?
So again, we know this was a little bit shorter. We hope you enjoyed it though. I thought it was amazing. So do us a favor, make sure to stop over to our official website. Over there, you can let us know what you thought about it, or you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever in the hell you can leave a review. You could do that and just tell us, hey, that was awesome, or that was my grandfather. You know what I mean? Which would be fucking epic as shit.
That would be amazing, dude. Oh my God.
And while over at the midnighttrainpodcast.com, you can check out some super sweet merchandise.
Super sweet.
And we got all kinds of stuff over there. And then we have a second store too, because we're still trying to convert everything over with the new merchandise coming up. And of course, with the if it's not aliens, it's bullshit. And other cool shirts like that. So, and there's going to be a lot more coming too. So if you like what you heard from us, do us a favor, consider just become a producer of the show. It's $5 a month, okay? And you can literally help us to continue to do this show and show some support for us. And not only that, but get all the bonuses over on Patreon. You can do that over at the midnighttrainpodcast.com or go to patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast. And I mean, there's different tiers. You can sign up and get like shirts, stickers, posters.
I still need a new mic stand. So.
You definitely need a new mic stand.
So Pumpkin sent me a message. She's like, Jesus Christ, can I send you the money for a stand?
Yes. Everyone, listen, if everyone would contribute and send to PayPal $1, everyone that listens to this show, okay? $1 to the Midnight Train podcast at gmail.com on PayPal, we will get Moody a new mic stand. Okay. We will send pictures. I'll show you receipts. You know what I mean? Just so that shit you hear in the background, that stops.
I'll sign the receipt and send it to you.
There you go, as a nice gift. So do us a favor, sign up, or like I said, you can send, if you're like, hey, these guys are awesome, I'm going to throw them a couple bucks. Anything is appreciated. We've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm going to start actually doing that. I'm going to start saying, hey, you know what? If you guys like what you hear, send us some fucking money. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? Even if it's $1.
Remember, didn't somebody literally send us 1 cent one time?
Yep.
We were like joking about it.
Yep. Which was hilarious. It's still appreciated. Like, I don't care.
No, it's amazing.
You can send 50 cents. I don't care. Because we do have things that we have to pay for. And eventually, at some point in time, if we get enough of you fuckers helping us out, amazing fuckers, by the way, helping us out, then guess what? We can focus on this full time. Like Moody even said it himself. We were just talking, what was it, a couple days ago. You were like, dude, imagine if we had the time to like dedicate 100% of our time to the show.
To this. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like imagine what we could do. Because now things are, we still got shit going on in our lives or whatever, but they're starting to get back on track. Things are starting to go where they are. I'm going through fuck all of the time right now trying to buy a house, which is the worst thing. And dude, I'd rather be shot in the groin.
Also, the Labor Day was the 1 year anniversary of fucking that car accident I got in.
Yeah, well, so no more car accidents for you.
My shit still hurts.
So anyway, I'll get off the soapbox there. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And like I said before, please give 5 stars wherever you can. And, reviews. I mean, honestly, just tell us that you like the show, or don't even just say hi and then just leave a 5-star, And again, we cannot thank you, our amazing listeners, our Patreon first class passengers, our poopers, if you will. They are phenomenal people, and we can't thank you guys enough for sticking out with us and being with us through all the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, if you will. You guys are fucking amazing. And to you, I say a very special thank you to our fearless executive producer, Patreon first class passengers, Chelsea Benz, Timothy Moore, Jacob Knoll, Ms. P, Cassandra Fuentes, Jacob Peters, Stoner Babe 69, Tim Karras, Zoe Miller, Tracy Valancourt, Edgar Rodriguez, Jenny Wynn, Riley with no last name. It's funny. One of one of my guys that worked for me, they were listening to the podcast in the kitchen one day, and I mean, he heard me say Riley with no last name. He's like, "Is that your son?" I was like, "No, it's not at all."
That was the joke for the longest time too.
Chris Connors, Amanda C., Micah Purdue, Dale Wells, George DeJesus, Megan McTerry, Amanda Denz, Chris Lucas, Joseph Aramo, Nathan Diekman, Caitlin McKinney, who is amazing, and she has a hookup with some distilleries. And Caitlin, I'm gonna call you up on that because I would love to go check out some of those distilleries down there. Yeah, give me some bourbon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maggie Brothers, Rick Resler, Miles Campbell, Brian Gunselman, Pumpkin Escobar, who is literally trying to just get Moody's shit together for him. Mac Doherty, Janet Sherrill, Chad Flint, Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, Christina Skelton from the Sister Skelton podcast. We miss you. Maria Gibbs, Chainsaw.
What the fuck?
Courtney Batchelor, Katie Brabenek, and of course, our boy, Bill Birch.
Oh, good for you.
And I got to go back for a second. Courtney, I don't know why I said your name that way. Yeah, it was like Courtney.
I was going to call you out on it too, but
I called myself out. Courtney Batchelor. Yeah. And hopefully that's, Courtney. Anyway. So listen, if you want your name to be mentioned on the show, for us to be eternally grateful, and for us to get Moody a better mic stand and buy food for his kids,
they're still starving. They're starving, you guys.
I love that the whole time we were talking about the mic stand and we never once mentioned the food for the kids. Like it's more important. It's an ongoing joke, folks. If you don't know, but seriously, he needs food.
I'm just trying to feed my kids, man.
That's right. That's it. So do me a favor, let people know about this show. I mean, that's the biggest way you can help out. It's super huge for us. Just tell somebody you got to listen to these two idiots, and that's the way we're going to keep this whole train moving. So thank you guys so much for everything out there. Stay safe. Oh, wait. Hold on. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop seeking the truth. And choo, motherfucker!
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Yippers!
Just a flesh wound.